Well, our correspondent Rahul Pathak has been watching that game and joins us live. And Rahul, while we wait for a winner, tell us, why is this match being played in Doha?
Well, it's the second time in 3 years that the Italian Super Cup has been played in Doha, the 9th time overall that it's been played abroad. Well, why is that? Well, because Italian football, like all the other major markets in Europe and the major leagues in Europe, is trying to tap into that very lucrative global fan base. So recently we had El Clasico between Barcelona and Real Madrid. That game kicked off at 3:15 in the afternoon GMT, the earliest that game has ever been played, and that was to capitalise on markets in America and in Asia. Now, of course, I'm not for one moment suggesting that the Italian Super Cup is the same kind of draw card as Barcelona versus Real Madrid, but holding the game in the Middle East, raising the profile here and making it easier for fans around the world, particularly in Asia, to watch it are all factors. And in fact, the Director General of Serie A, ahead of this game, said that this match was being broadcast to over 200 countries worldwide. So tonight's game, a welcome boost for the profile of Italian football in an increasingly competitive marketplace.
Okay, having said that, Italian football seems to be struggling right now still. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, not struggling right now. It's been struggling for quite a few years, Farah. I mean, the first time that the Italian Super Cup was played outside of Italy was back in 1993, and back then, Italy's Serie A was arguably the best in the world. All the best players wanted to play there, and all the TV companies were falling over themselves trying to get a piece of that and have those matches broadcast in their territories. But since then, it's a very, very different story. Italian Serie A really lags behind the likes of the English Premier League and Spain's La Liga, and even the German Bundesliga in terms of prestige and in terms of viewing figures. Why is that? Well, the stigma of corruption still pervades Italian football. We had the 2006 Calciopoli match-fixing scandal, a scandal that resulted in Juventus actually being relegated to Serie B. Hooliganism is still a massive problem in Italy. Scenes of fans fighting police at Serie A matches is commonplace at Serie A matches, and that, of course, has a knock-on effect on attendances, and poorly attended matches are a hard sell when you're trying to sell your league to overseas territories. And, of course, Italian football has this perception that it's ever so slightly boring, a bit more defensive than maybe the English Premier League or Spain's La Liga, where there's lots of goals, lots of action. Markets, especially Asia, they want goals, they want big names, and there's a perception that Italian football at the moment isn't really providing that.
Okay, very interesting. Rahul Pathak will check in with you a bit later.